So, hey y'all. I'm sorry, I forgot that I had to do an introduction because this is a new video. I just finished a reading and I'm still kind of in sensory overload. I almost just continued talking about that and now I just forgot. Oh, okay. The reading I just did was on Mary J. Blige and how she felt immediately after Aaliyah passed because of the interviews that she did, a couple of interviews where she was being very vulnerable about how she felt about it, but we haven't heard anything like that from Mary since. And I wanted to talk about how she was feeling in those moments because it seemed like there was some fear in her. The reading I just did was very intense. I had to stop it so that I didn't get into a whole other reading and make that video an hour long because it could have been. So now I just want to see what else shocking may come up from the Diddy case. I want to see if there's anything else bombshell that will come from the Diddy case that will lead to other subsequent celebrities or people being pulled in and having to face their own situations. I've kind of been able to see how people feel and how the energy is in Hollywood. But I want to see if there's anyone next or if this will all be piled on Diddy as the face of the situation so that business can continue as usual with everyone feeling safe and secure, knowing that the monster that was doing it is taken away. Most High Mother and Father God, thank you for this day. Thank you for this gift. Thank you for this platform. Thank you for the people that share it with me. Spirit, will you allow me to see if any other major... If any other major stories will break as a result of Diddy in his case. What will Diddy's case bring for other celebrities and what will it bring for Hollywood? Will Diddy go down solely alone as a result of his current case, or will there be any other entities, parties that as a result of Diddy's case and the investigation be involved and have to face any doomsday of their own? Or will this all be wrapped up with Diddy? There's a lot that hasn't been spoken about because Diddy can't. For one, he isn't. There's reasons why Diddy won't divulge information because Diddy has information, obviously, but he's not divulging it. I think that Diddy is not snitching. And if he is not snitching on the right people. I've said before that I didn't see him taking a deal that was offered to him that would have come with telling on some high people. So because of that, presently, some people that may, in the outcome as we get further along, be pulled into this, are safe for this moment. The problem is things leaking. There's no way to contain a case this big and keep everything completely hidden. And people that may be affected next are currently being affected now. And I say this because I got this card twice reading Beyonce in my last two readings. Either this way or this way. I've gotten this same card reading Beyonce and or Beyonce and Jay-Z together. But I've gotten this in Beyonce's readings. when asking if she would be affected by Diddy's situation. And I said because of her attachments to her husband, she'd be guilty by association to some things. So we're currently seeing that whether Diddy has to speak about these things or not, they can't be contained because of the size, the enormity of Diddy's case, and it's just too big, too much. And currently, the people who may come up affected next are currently being affected next. The problem is that it's a challenge. These are people that Diddy wants to protect, which is why he's not snitching. But they're still being affected anyway. There was a lot of business that could be considered trafficking. Prostitution, of, transporting men and women to be enjoyed during alleged orgies and things like that. Drugs, allegedly. But this last one is the one that Diddy still has his hand on. He's gripping this one tightly. These two have come out to the public. The orgies, prostitution, trafficking of prostitutes and adults, trafficking of drugs. But there's one that he's clutching tightly. There's another enterprise. Could this be the one of children? Because there's an enterprise that isn't necessarily, it stands on its own. This is just, bringing the bitches, bringing them in. This is bringing the drugs. But then there's another standalone one here that he's gripping tightly because this one causes the most trouble. Allegedly. Eight of Wands in reverse. T will be slowed down because blogs are afraid. The energy that I've gotten so far is a fire sign one. So I would say that Jay-Z, allegedly, you could be, the energy is gaining momentum for you to be next. Not saying you will, but there is an energy gaining momentum for you to be next because you've been the most heavily talked about since Diddy. It's almost like people want you to be next. So the conversations have been churning. And once they hit mainstream, that's when Jay-Z and Beyonce were like, oh no, y'all not finna Diddy me. Because once it goes mainstream, the right people buy into it. People start feeling comfortable to be bold because they got the mainstream attention now. And forgetting that there are powers in place. So the energy is saying that the energy of a next doomsday moment wants Jay-Z. And Jay-Z is fighting that bitch. No! And he's going to win for momentarily. He's going to slow it down because the blogs are shook. Mainstream media, they might have been willing to follow suit behind peers and jump on the bandwagon had Beyonce and Jay-Z not made peers an example of shots fired. So currently, the ones who were anxious to get on board with this, including in the mainstream and including the blogs, now everybody is shooketh and is a little bit nervous about how they report and about what they speak on about Jay-Z and Beyonce allegedly. Now, crowning is the celebrities. There are other stories that are more than just entertainment fodder involving Diddy, but the focus will be allowed to put on entertainers because, listen, celebrities, this part of the reading is for you. Your job and what you are propped up for in society is almost like to be a puppet in a play. You know, they do the stage plays with the puppets. That's what you guys are hired to do. You guys are hired to entertain the masses and distract and be puppeteers according to the people who put you in place. Even if you are a big star, when it all goes down, other industries will be protected and you all will be the ones that are used to distract the masses. So even in the Diddy situation, because there are way more important people involved than celebrities and entertainers, but to protect them, they'll let you entertainers go down. You serve, you know, you have a purpose to serve, you make us good money, but when the shit hits the fan, if shit gets too hot, we'll also throw you to the wolves to distract the masses like we always do from the people that we should be paying attention to. So that's a message for you celebrities. No matter how much they prop you up, if need be, to save them, they will throw you to the bus. And that's what they're doing. They're allowing the celebrities to be the one to go down. When shit hits the fan for other entities, this could get too close to politics, because this is a sword. Politics. This could get too close to politics. So you celebrities will be the face of the Diddy case. It's too much to hide. And this moon card is everything. Now, currently, we know that Diddy is asking for, I believe, the FBI or the DHI or something like that to be investigated for, you know, leaking things to the media. This isn't because Diddy feels like, stop talking about me. I mean, that too, because it taints his jury selection, his jury pool. But it's also strategic to keep certain things hidden. When things are leaked, people take that leak and then they dig. Us armchair investigators, we dig, and then we come up with tea on our own, rather than whoever is leaking information having to tell us, because legally they can't. They want us to bring it out. So they leak certain things, no one will take it and dig into it, put two and two together and come up with the things. That's what's trying to be blocked with the blocking of leaks. It's trying to block the people from coming up with the things. There's an attorney who's very powerful. I think this is, what is his name? I think this is the Carter family's attorney, Shapiro, something like that. This is him. He is on Hollywood's asses. This is right across from the fear of the media from running things about a certain couple, because their attorney is a dog and he'll eat them. So they're able to slow down the momentum for you Carters. The problem is things leaking. People are still going to talk. People are still going to spill tea. Things are still going to be leaked. I don't believe, since I asked if Diddy will go down alone, I don't believe that he will go down alone, or I don't believe that he will go completely down at all. I see a woman here, a very powerful woman. She is benevolent. To certain people, to these people. 10 of Swords. These are her babies. These celebrities, they're her babies. They look out for her. She looks out for them. Methinks. Mm. Mm. I'm coming, you guys. Jaguar, I don't believe you'll get another mainstream platform. Excuse me. Any stories that come to the mainstream about Jay-Z and Beyonce will be deaded on sight. Because of their attorney, they don't want to play around with him. Behind the scenes, the ultimatum for given to peers scared some people off. Diddy, I think, did Auntie Sam, Madam Celestial Tarot, say something about, in one of her readings, she said something about the Carters sending a message to Diddy about not talking, not mentioning their name, by maybe helping sabotage him in some way, paying for something Auntie Sam said. I think I just saw something similar, so you may be right about that. Let me just say that the energy that I just picked up, because I didn't have anybody in mind when I asked that question, I wanted to know if there'll be another boom moment resulting from the Diddy moment. The energy is that it wants Jay-Z. That's what came up. It wants Jay-Z. But I don't believe it will happen. Not in a court. Maybe in the public courts, but I don't believe, I don't know if I saw, let me ask one more time. I don't believe it'll happen in the courts. I don't believe they'll be tried for anything in the courts, because they still have some power, like a lot of it. Spirit, will Jay-Z and Beyonce have to face any legal charges from any entities publicly? Public lawsuits, public indictments. Will Jay-Z and or Beyonce, one card please, will they have to face any legal accusations publicly? I don't think so. They are battling things like lawsuits and stuff, but they handle theirs quietly and out of the public's eye. Too many people are afraid. I see people being afraid of Jay-Z because, and not because of him so much, but because of they're outnumbered with him. He's invested and involved with too many people, and it's too many people, not just in music, but everywhere. I see that Beyonce is no longer, like I said in her reading in the past, was the hermit, upright, and I said the days of us seeing her as pure and innocent were gone. I see her releasing, I think, photos and stuff like that. Music, maybe. Photos, music. It's a distraction, though. Allegedly. And it worked. And it seemed like they don't care about the court of public opinion. They don't care about how people see them. As long as her husband is powerful enough to protect them and keep them haters off of them, they don't care about our or the opinions of social media. They purposely post things to let us know on social media that they're unbothered. That's their way of communicating that we don't give a F about what y'all say. We're rich, we're powerful, and the right people care about us. Beyonce can't go down because she's still valuable to a lot of different entities. So don't expect them to have a D-Day in court. They will be raked over the coals social, at least not as far as I can see. Maybe sometime in the future, I don't know, but I can't see it right now because the energy wants Jay-Z right now. That's what everybody's talking about. But we won't see the feds indicting him. We'll see the people indict them. Love you, bye.